HTTPS is a secure version of HTTP developed by Netscape back in 1994. At that time, it was clear that web opens great opportunity for e-commerce, but there was no way to confidentially share credit card information between the client and the server. The problem with HTTP is that requests and responses are sent as plain text messages, and thus confidential information could easily be intercepted and stolen by a villain. This is especially true when client uses unsecure medium like public Wi-Fi, which is highly vulnerable to interception. The bad guy can also become an intermediary between the client and the server. It gives him possibility to not only spy, but also modify the data without both parties being aware. This can end up with advertisements injected into the web page without website's owner approval. And it is generally not the worst thing that can happen in such scenario. It is so-called man-in-the-middle attack. At the same time, HTTPS eliminates this kind of attacks by encrypting the communication between client and the server. When someone tries to snoop into the data, all he can see is just set of nonsensical characters, which are not possible to decrypt without knowing secret key that is known only to the server. Nowadays, most of the websites are using HTTPS. Modern web browsers mark HTTP websites as insecure, while HTTPS connection is marked with padlock, which means connection is secure. Technically speaking, HTTPS is not a separate protocol. It is an extension over HTTP with TLS encryption on top of it. But what is TLS? TLS is cryptographic protocol that provides end-to-end security of data sent between applications over the internet. TLS connection is initiated using a sequence known as TLS handshake. When user navigates to a website that uses TLS, the handshake begins between user's device and the web server. During this handshake, client verifies server's identity by using server's certificate and well-known certificate authority. Handshake itself results into set of cryptographic session keys used by client and server to encrypt their further communication. That was the end of this video. Please let me know what you think about it. You might also want to check out my previous video on HTTP.